government did indicate that it meant well, but we still insisted that to do this, there should be a proper consultation, the right stakeholders be involved uh, before the whole agreement comes into being.
Mm.
Um, well, we were not listened to, and government went ahead and announced that they would do the implementation of the policy, and we are expected to receive as a country some 40,000 metric tons of finished products under the program.
Mm.
Yes, so the 40,000 metric tons actually was received. So then we still insisted how much the government pay to receive the petroleum products and
Mm.
how much gold was used. So we have continuously and consistently demanded one, the actual policy agreement, so that we can also have our inputs, or we can make some inputs. Then the contract agreement that supplied the petroleum products under the the first consignment received. We haven't received any official response. Um, just yesterday, we are picking signals that, um, or we have picked information because it is information that is authenticated, that the first consignment that was received was actually not under the program, or was money paid for and not as explained the policies intent of gold for oil as we know.
Mm.
So this is what we know. But the interesting thing about the whole thing is the gold quantities and who the issue of transparency, let me put it that way, that is where our concern really lies. Because at the end of the day, if we are not transparent enough, we are likely to go into agreements that will be to our disadvantage. And it is not just IES, other civil society organizations have called government to, as a result of transparency, to make available the policy document. The fear we all have is we don't want to get to a stage where we cannot go back because you have already signed agreements with people. And so breaching the agreements would also come at a cost.
Mm.
So these are some of the fears we have. The industry is a relatively transparent industry, and experts in the industry, we think that should have a say, or should be allowed to contribute meaningfully. But if we are ignored and something happens in the future, government would have itself to blame.